It's amazing. All right, guys, good morning. Jeremy Larkin here, host of the St. George Real Estate Morning Drive. Got some great people in studio. By the way, that was Dave Matthews. And Andy, I don't even know if it's legal that we have the music. Is it legal?
Yeah.
Okay, we have rights. Bucket list. I saw Dave Matthews Tuesday night. I missed the meeting. So I had tickets and I tried to sell them for a week because I was too busy. And then at 2 o'clock on Thursday or Tuesday they were unsold, and I said, I guess I'm going to the Dave Matthews concert. So we raced to Salt Lake City, saw that guy. If you want to see some professionals, it's funny, I was talking to a buddy yesterday, he says, I don't even know what the big deal is about Dave Matthews. I said, you don't even have to like the music, it's just, they're so freaking good. I've got some beautiful men, and I mean that in a very, very healthy, you know what I'm talking about, platonic way. I've got Alex Hernandez with Academy Mortgage. Alex, say good morning to these people.
What's up, guys? Good morning.
We've got him in here. And we've got a guy by the name of Spencer Anderson, who's probably one of the buffest guys you've never heard of. So, is that a fair description?
I don't think that that's a fair description.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have heard of me.
Some of them have. So go close. So guys, make sure you get really close to that mic today. We're gonna have some fun today. Spencer Anderson's with Sunwood Homes. We've talked about Sunwood Homes being one of our really cool sponsors and business partners of the radio show, and we are representing them out at their Brookwood community. We're going to talk about that today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll pick on you. We'll put them on the spot. It's fun because I was having, Alex, you didn't hear, I was having the classic office morning. I went to the office to print these statistics, and they weren't printing, and I couldn't figure out what they were printing, and I printed them a third time, then I printed them a fourth time. And then I go to the printer and find out that it's going to a printer that's actually disconnected. Then I went back to the printer, sent it to the correct printer, got in there ready for it, I'm wringing my hands, and there's no paper. So I rushed in here. Guys, you kind of see, this is how the show goes, is we don't show up real early to the program.
I don't know about you, but I was here like half an hour.
I know you were. Spencer was probably here at 8:15. He said he'd be here at 8:15. So guys, we got this program on Facebook Live right now. If you want to go to facebook.com/Jeremy Larkin, you can see what we're talking about. You can listen. We actually broadcast on YouTube Live, which is cool. That's how we have that file straight into YouTube every time. So I don't know how many YouTube Live viewers there are on the planet. Maybe there's 2 for this show, because I don't think people. Alex, what do you think? You're kind of the marketing tech guy.
at least 5.
Yeah. So at least 5. So
I'll give you 5.
it's like YouTube Live's not a big deal, but of course we're on 94.9 FM, 890 AM, and if you're a radio listener, that's how you're picking us up. And we're originating from the Cherry Creek Radio Studios. So we are going to have some fun with these guys. And one of the things we're going to talk about, because I put this in the kind of like in the Facebook show notes, I said, how many new homes are really being built out there? Spencer's here with Sunwood Homes, and we'll build 37, right, at Brookwood? Isn't that 37 properties?
That's correct.
Yeah. So 37 properties right there, and that's just one of dozens and dozens. So, and you guys, either one of you can chime in. Like, are you guys having the same experience I am, that every single time you drive into the Washington Fields, you say, oh, there's another farm that's being converted to a subdivision, right?
It's incredible. The growth that's going on out there is, having moved out here about 7 years ago myself, it's absolutely changing the scape of the city. It's amazing to see what's going on. Yeah, it's crazy. And Andy here in the studio decided that he was too good for the Washington Fields and just moved up to Four Master Ridge. But that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He doesn't have his microphone. He has no way to defend himself because we took his mic this morning.
I'm in Middleton, actually.
Yeah, is that where you landed?
Middleton.
What happened to Four Master? Oh, that's where you're going.
It tanked.
It tanked. This is real estate, by the way. You have your eyes on this dream homes. Okay, so we'll go with Middleton. So you didn't go that far away. All right, you didn't go that far away. So every time I go out there, there's a new property. There's a new subdivision. And the interesting thing with this growth right now is, before it was like, oh, well, here 10 years ago, here's all this Washington Fields land that's like marsh ground. Nobody wants it. It's got groundwater. Yeah, but as time passes, people don't care, right, Spencer? I mean, you're in the construction industry. If they have groundwater, what do? They deal with it, right? Or if they have blue clay, they put, they over excavate it. I mean, isn't that kind of what's going on, Alex? You're seeing the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're accommodating to the land that's available to us. I think especially as everything starts to grow out more. Desert Color's coming, Washington Fields, Little Valley. We're seeing a lot of growth in those areas. One You know, if he didn't have to be out in some of those areas, then there was no reason dealing with some of the extras. But now where it's so desirable to move here to Southern Utah, we're dealing with it. If you want to live here in Southern Utah, those are just a couple things that we got to go through to build a house out there. So.
Well, it's true, because what went first? All the flat, easily buildable lots, right?
Absolutely.
That would go, what goes first. All right, Spencer, so give us a 30-second on you. You're with Sunwood Homes. Pretty cool company.
It's a very cool company. It's one of the coolest companies that you probably
I think
never
it is.
heard of.
I think it is. So, and we deal with Sunwood. Sunwood's been, I told you guys 2 weeks ago, they're a lot like us, like in terms of size of the company, the number of people working there. So when I go and I meet with these guys every Wednesday, except for when I'm going to a concert, and we hang out with you guys. How long, you've been with Sunwood? Not super long time, how long?
Not too long. I've been with Sunwood now for about 6 months, but the team that's been actually building those homes and getting that rolling have 40 between them, over 100 years of experience. But between them, we got some real veterans that are running the ship over there.
You've got Brent Baxter, who's been a contractor since, I don't know, since he could
House
walk.
builder extraordinaire, right? He has over 40 years building homes, yeah.
Yeah, 40 years building homes, and the guy he's that guy. He's exactly the guy that we need out there. Steve Howcroft, Steve's been at this 40 or 50 years, his whole life, right? I mean, he's generally been developing or building forever.
We were trying to calculate it the other day, but we came up to a number that he's been involved with developing over 4,000 units in the Utah area, yeah.
Well, and the reason I'm pointing that out for a minute is Sunwood is a company that has been pretty new to Southern Utah when people talk about it. And what I want to be really clear about is, what do you do, Alex, when you wake up one morning and everybody you know is either a mortgage lender or a realtor or bought a pickup truck and are now a contractor, right? It's happening, right?
Absolutely.
And this is what happened a decade ago. And Jesse's in here in the studio, probably like writing love letters to his wife on his email. I wish you had a mic today.
You can tell, huh? The smile.
He's happy. But we talk about this, right? 1 in 9 people or some crazy thing, or 1 in 14, I don't know what the number was, like, is either a contractor, a lender, or a mortgage, or a real estate agent, right?
Absolutely.
So what Spencer's talking about is Sunwood comes to town, and I think people could have this feeling of, well, who the heck's Sunwood Homes? Is another one of these 18-year-old kids with a truck who decided he was gonna start building homes? No. Talking like 100 years of building experience.
Literally, but the over 100 years of building experience with the team.
So we've got Brent Baxter, who's amazing. We talked about Steve Howcroft, his son Brett, who's kind of the general, kind of GM is what I would call Brett, of kind of just overseeing a lot of things.
CEO is the official title.
Yeah, bingo. Same here, which means he doesn't really do anything. If he
The chief everything officer, we like to call him.
There you go. I'm the CEO. Then you've got some cool guys, right? You got James and Royce Jessup. Those guys are awesome, and they're running Creative Excavating.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so, I mean, these guys literally all day long are, outside of being involved with Sunwood Homes, moving earth, moving dirt, building rock walls, prepping subdivisions all over the county, right? So, like, it's a team of people who are in the industry. So, just for fun, I want to throw something at you guys. I walked in and had these guys some papers. I'm like, what do we do with these? So, building permits by month. I think people would be interested to know this. We'll talk a little bit about the Brookwood community. Alex, I want to talk about some freebies that we're doing out there. So I have building permits by month. So the question is, how many homes are they really building, right? Everybody wants to know how many homes are really being built in Washington County. So this first slide, guys, in this stack, maybe it's the first one, it's one of them. But this is lot sales by year. Do you think anyone could guess, our listeners, how many lot sales there were last year in Washington County? Building lot sales. Jesse, can you guess? Do you have any idea?
550.
Oh, geez, you're way low.
Come on.
Give us more credit than that, cowboy.
You're way low.
Lot sales?
Lot sales.
Lot sales.
Okay, not building permits. There were 1,900.
I was way off.
Okay, 1,900 lot sales last year. This is where we gotta give them perspective. All right, Alex, tell them how many, speaking of this comment, how many were there in 2010?
2010.
Do you see this?
Do I have that? Do I
Do
have
you see it?
2010?
Spencer
It was
got it.
like- You got it?
In 2010, there was 548
Yeah,
lots.
I want you guys to think about this growth.
So Jesse's about 10 years late,
Yeah, yeah.
Story of my life.
Well,
I'm about 10 years behind on everything.
So if you
Who's
guys
Taylor
think about
Swift?
this for a minute, right? 500-ish lot sales in Washington County in 2010. So this was bottom of the market. You know, we started crashing in 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 was the bottom of home values in Washington County. But guys, that's probably the fewest lot sales in 20 years in Washington County. And last year we were 1,900, and we're projected this year 1,982. Now, I think what's kind of cool here, you guys surprised to see that the high was actually 2017. We actually peaked, right? Like, because people are saying, well, we're just gonna grow forever. Maybe we were 2,000 lot sales in 2017, 1,900 last year, 1,982 this year. So, like, that's what's actually happening in Washington County. Now, I'm gonna blow everybody's mind, but, because you guys haven't been on this program. Building permits, okay? So this is building permits by year. There's one of these things, if you guys flip through these papers, here's how Rush Limbaugh does it. Okay, he puts the paper on.
Some dramatic effect
Building
there.
permits by year. This gets crazy. So we're projected to pull 2,400 permits. 2,400 permits. Now, everybody, when we start throwing numbers around, it's hard because people are not, like, they're listening, they're not watching this.
Yeah.
2,400 permits this year. In 2009, there were 400. In 2005, do you remember, Jesse? 3,500 permits. 3,500 permits in 2005. We will only pull 2,400 this year. So I ask a question to everybody here. Is St. George really out of control? Not really, right? So, you know, Sunwood is gonna go out there and pull, well, not this year, but 37 permits total on that project.
Absolutely.
Okay, so, you know, you're one of you know, some bigger companies out there. But just for our listeners here, and then I wanna talk about the Brookwood community. 400 building permits in 2009, 2,400 this year, 3,500 in 2005. Can anybody see why we got completely out of control? Like, and you guys missed this, because not everyone in this room was selling homes or building homes or doing lending at that time.
I was in 5th grade at that time, actually.
Is that psycho?
I was in 5th grade, 2005.
And here's the fun part, and Andy just looked up and he's like, oh, these freaking young bucks. I trust Alex all day long to do home mortgage for me, and beyond. I trust him with any one of our clients. But, right, that gives you perspective, that we had people coming to St. George and buying and flipping properties that they'd never seen, just all day long, right? Oh, you guys are building a new home, what's the price? 300, they'd buy it, sell for 340, just like that. All right, so Spencer, talk to us about Brookwood. What should we know?
Let's talk about Brookwood. Well,
Like, where's it at? What are you guys building out there?
so as far as Brookwood out there, it's a pretty unique location. First off, it's kind of difficult to get to, but that is one of the best things about it. It basically is Brio. You drive through Brio and then you come up to this scenic, beautiful canyon that's right there on the edge, which basically feels like one big cul-de-sac. And we bought up about 36 lots over there. We have 25 available now, but basically we're building semi-custom homes to the price point of our lowest build that we can get someone into, priced around that $359 price point. All the way up to as creative as someone wants to go. We're working on a $650,000 home that's overlooking a lot. So there's a lot of variety that's available inside of Brookwood. But basically what we're trying to do over there in that Brookwood development is deliver a, I don't want to say bang for your buck because that makes it sound cheap, because these are absolutely
No,
luxury.
because it's not that product.
Because these are absolutely luxury homes, but what really makes the Brookwood subdivision different is you walk through our homes and the main reaction that you're getting from people is, wow, these are the amenities that are built into my base price. So, you know, for example, things like our cabinet treatments, our flooring options, a landscape backyard, all the details like that are built into our base price. So, really, you're getting a beautiful luxury home for a price point that's really difficult to beat.
Yeah, I think so. Alex wanted one there.
Yeah.
The timing
I
was
still
wrong.
do. I still want one.
And then we sold it out from under
Someone
you.
sold it from right under
What?
me.
Congrats to us.
Just
and
As
I'll-
soon as you lose, cowboy.
Yeah, and
Money
Sunwood.
talks.
I know.
We sold it, right?
Mhm.
So, you make a couple of great points. It's funny because we say hard to get to. And maybe I'd even clarify this, because I often say the same thing. It's not even like it's hard, it's just, it's complex to even know where it is.
Well put.
Yeah, like getting there is no big deal. The issue is that there are no through streets. So I grew up in Morningside Park on 700 South, right by Little Caesars. Morningside Park was built the same way. It was built kind of like Brookwood layout. There were supposed to be 2 exit points at the bottom, and then they just put a wall up and never did that. So when I go into Morningside Park as a kid, it's the kind of place where you're throwing a football, you're throwing a frisbee, you're setting up, you know the jump, dude, you're a BMX guy. You know the jump you set up with a piece of plywood and a cinder block? Right, and you're like, this is a bad idea, and it was a bad idea. But because it's quiet, you can do that. There is no through traffic, right? I mean, there's nothing.
And this is absolutely street hockey friendly.
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah,
for
it
sure.
is, Matt, Wayne and Garth. Game on, game
That's
off.
exactly
Yeah,
it.
right. So classic. So these guys are doing something amazing, and what I love is when you got Brent out there, Brent Baxter, their on-site contractor, and Spencer's. What's your role? What would you call your title?
Man, I honestly, I just call myself the whipping boy. I do everything from help out in the office with the chief everything officer to sometimes you'll see me sweeping garages, and now I'm doing a radio show.
And he's doing a radio show. He's cool. And he's very good. And he's good at picking finishes and looking at floor plans. So these guys are out there on site. You always see them out there on site. They're cruising the subdivision. It is a really beautiful place, but what I do like are 2 things. Number 1 is total transparency in pricing in Brookwood. So if you want to go build a new home right now, small floor plan, what do you think we have now, Spencer? 1,700 feet, maybe?
15 and some
Oh, no,
change.
no,
The
Rosewood.
Rosewood floor plan.
Rosewood's 15 and change. We can build a 3,200 square foot walkout. I guess we can build anything within the confines.
So let's talk a little bit about that,
Yeah.
because the advantage of this team, this smaller team of experts that we have over there at Sunwood, one of the main things about the Brookwood subdivision is there's no HOAs. So when someone comes in, and one of the really popular things that we have with some of the older community that we built for is they want RV parking around the side of their house. They want an RV garage, and they have the flexibility to do that
Like
over
custom
there in
stuff.
Brookwood. Like absolutely custom stuff. For example, if someone wants to do a 2-story home, they can absolutely do that.
And he's making a point that's important. We're adjacent to Brio, and you're cruising through Brio, and when you cruise through Brio, you kind of end up in Brookwood, and you don't realize in some cases you did. Brio is lovely, incredible, resort-style living. But what we're getting is we're getting people coming over from Brio. We're having people who said, we want to sell our Brio and move over, right? But people come through, they go to Brio, and they say, this is an incredible community, and I love the Olympic-sized pool and the huge clubhouse. However, I don't swim. My grandkids aren't close enough to come over. I'm not going to use the pickleball court, and what in the world would I do with the clubhouse?
And they have an RV.
And I have an RV. So then they come to Brookwood, and we go, well, guess what? There's 0 monthly HOA. If you're not going to use the amenities, if you want the amenities, you're not going to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like if you want a 4x4 pickup truck, you're not going to buy a Honda Accord. It's just the way it is, right?
Absolutely.
If you want the amenities, you're going to go somewhere else. If you want to live in a classic single-family neighborhood where you have the ability to put in within reason, right? So our smallest plan's 1,550 feet-ish. Those would, we have a 3,200 square foot walkout that's going on. It's on the market now. We'll be shooting some beautiful high quality photography and videography this next week. So so transparency in pricing, no through streets. Put your RV garage in, or RV pad or an RV garage. They could, right?
Absolutely.
They could do a boat garage, an RV garage.
I mean, it needs to fit on the lot, but
Correct.
if it fits, we'll build it.
Yeah. If they build it, will come. And then 0 monthly HOAs. Alex, let's talk for a minute. Alex is with Academy Mortgage. He's the preferred lender at Brookwood. Let's just go right for the jugular. What's the best part about somebody calling you to get their loan at Brookwood?
The best thing about calling me is not only that Sunwood trusts me to deliver your loan, because that's the most important part of getting a mortgage, is deliverability, making sure that you're closing on time. Because building a home is already stressful. Now with these Sunwood guys, it's not as stressful as maybe some other builders, right?
But it's still
like to
stressful,
But it's still stressful.
right? I mean,
And so we try to make this, and us being a team, we work with each other, we're in the trenches together, we're all on the same page. And so that is probably what I would think is the best part, is us all being on the same team, us all communicating. And on the other side, you get some pretty dang good incentives. And I actually did the incentive second, and the reason why, the incentive is pretty dang cool. And we're gonna talk about that right now. But what's more important than just the incentive is deliverability and us getting your home built as quick as possible, as smooth as possible.
And let me insert something really quick, and we won't have endless time today, but the greatest challenge we have as real estate professionals, we sold 1,200 homes now, our team has. It's a lot of real estate.
Congratulations.
Thank you, dude. A $250 million in homes, one at a time.
That's a big deal.
The number one challenge we have, Jesse, is the lender on the other side bringing the buyer's loan to get to fruition, correct?
Yep.
Like, as agents, we're like, is the lender gonna blow this? And with Alex and Academy, emphatically, I can state that if they say it's going to get done, it's going to get done and get done on time. What about the incentive right now?
So the incentive for using me as the preferred lender, you're gonna get a free iron door upgrade, valued about $4,800 retail. Free modern iron front doors.
Like these cool doors that have the glass in them, they're heavy, they're awesome.
They're fancy.
Honestly, just calling it an iron door, I don't think really does it justice. I mean,
Yeah,
these things, what's cool about these doors, Alex, is our builder right now, he keeps saying, hey, we don't really see these in homes that aren't $1 million homes. Like they are truly very unique works of art. And when someone comes in and sees this, and they come to the front of your home, it's stunning. And then when they go to open it, it's more like you're unlocking the hanger to your front door, like beautiful bronze finishes.
Oh man, 2 minutes. Jesse, we all know because we talked about it a few weeks ago, Jesse's iron door installation saved his marriage. So, right? Okay, it's a
claim.
great story. It's a great
bold
story.
claim.
There was some conflict around it, but it's incredible. They put the front and back of their historic home. So iron door upgrade. So and well, how do you do that? Well, how we do that is because Alex is out there and he's working outside. You can do that. So about a $4,500 value through the month of September only. Why? Because it's hot and it's a time to have some fun. The iron door upgrade stands. If you work with Academy Mortgage and Alex Hernandez, we're doing an incentive, which is $3,000 upgrade allowance. It's called 3K Your Way, to use your way. The $3,000 is no strings attached if you make a lot reservation in the month of September. Today you can make one. Between now and September 30th, 2019, come in. So people say, oh, but I get one or the other. No, you get both. The iron door upgrade stands and the 3K Your Way is available. October, then we get a lot of people in town. All right, let me wrap up. I got 1 minute. I had Spencer Anderson in here. Dude, thanks for coming in.
Hey,
This is
thanks
your
for having
first
me.
radio thing, right?
This is.
I know, and I walked in last minute, but you guys warmed up pretty good. Spencer's with Sunwood Homes. I want you to visit them. I really do. Everybody listening, do me the service of visiting mysunwoodhomes.com. It's mysunwoodhomes.com. Alex Hernandez is with Academy Mortgage, and he's just a great man. How can people reach you?
You guys can reach me directly on my cell, 702-606-4630. That is my direct cell, so don't blow me up. Don't prank call me, please.
Please do.
Well, you guys can reach out to me.
702-606 4630, Alex Hernandez, or just Google them. And Alex works with us on loans for any client. It's just he happens to be over at working with us Brookwood. So again, My Sunwood Homes, you can look at the Brookwood community. Come on out, and if you come out right now, we've got a SWIG gift card for anybody who just comes and visits the model, because it's hotter than bleep outside. Jeremy Larkin, thanks you guys for listening. You can visit us at soldinstgeorge.com. Did I tell you to go fast?